What's good? We back. Goodfellas Sports TV. We up in this thing doing what we does. Gervonta Tank Davis went live and he revealed a few things. I'll link it in the description for the YouTube page that caught it. And apparently he said he'd be back in January. Then he'd be fighting Abner still. So that fight got pushed back to January. And I'm going to just say I got a hunch that fight is going to fall on the Adrian Broner Manny Pacquiao undercard, maybe as a co-feature. Not sure exactly when that fight is going to be. I heard January. I understand PBC got fight dates in January, I think February, and also March 9th for sure. I remember that day. I think it was March 9th in Las Vegas. The one in March 9th is at the T-Mobile Arena. The first two is going to be at the MGM Grand. Okay, so I think the Broner joint versus Pacquiao going to be in January. I think you will see Tank slide up on that undercard as well. And Abner Mares, was kind of badgering him on social media this week or early last week, saying that Tank, saying that if they still was they still gonna fight. And Gervonta basically said, like, my situation, we still gonna fight. Really chill out with that. And if you haven't heard, Gervonta Tank Davis got into some issues, man, with the with the strip club situation where he allegedly punched a girl in the head multiple times back in April. Now, all of a sudden, she said the Me Too movement inspired her to file a lawsuit. But he said while he was on the stream that Leonard Ellaby had gave him a call to make sure, or text him to check up on him. And I also said this week that Al Heyman told him to stay out the way, sit down and stay out of trouble, and that's what he was trying to do. On the stream, he seemed a little bit more humble, a little bit more calm, but that's all gonna change. One of the guys on the stream asked him, where was ABA? He said somewhere being a fool. He said after his next fight, he was gonna call out AB, so he still got somewhat of a sense of humor. Also, he spoke on Teven Farmer. Somebody asked him about if he's gonna fight Teven Farmer. He said he would still like to fight Teven Farmer after Farmer's next fight. Hopefully they can fight. Said that's the fight that he want. So, I guess they sat down and talked with Tank, man. But at the end of the day, he feels some type of way. He feel that he on boss status. That's why he feel. He feel like he his own boss. He was talking about Gervonta Tank Davis promotions. Said they going to sign some fighters. See, Tank, let me tell you what the problem is, man. Tank feel like he a big dog now. Just like Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner hang around Floyd, picked up some traits. Think he a big dog. Tank think he a big dog right now. But really, he ain't a big dog. He ain't expected to be a big dog at 22, 23 years old. No, he's on his way. But he feel like he a boss. And that's the problem, with fighters that promoted under Floyd Mayweather. Mayweather is still in a fighter's mind frame. He's competing with his own fighters, not only inside the ring, not so much inside, but mostly outside the ring. He not an OG. He still, want to mess with their women, talk about how much jewelry he got. He got the new shoes. He got the new this, and they trying to keep up with Floyd, and Floyd making them feel like little dudes, bro. He be, stunning on them, and they don't like that. So, it's kind of motivating them to go out there and get their own and show Floyd they could do it on their lonely, but that's the problem is Gervonta Tank Davis feel that he is bigger than Mayweather Promotions. And that's the problem about being promoted by Mayweather. You're synonymous with Mayweather when you're on Mayweather Promotions. You're not your own man. Everybody think everything was given to you. You with Mayweather, everything all right, everything sweet, everything cool. And Tank Davis want to be known as Gervonta Tank Davis, but would he be in the position that he's in now without Mayweather? No. He didn't even feel like he was ready for Jose Pedraza. So he, technically he wouldn't even be a title holder probably. Okay, he wanted to continue to be moved nice and slow, and all of this. And Floyd Mayweather got him a title shot. He said it was a setup, but that is what it is, man. He said I'm not with TMT. We ain't no team. I'm Gervonta Tank Davis. He feel like he big dog status. He feel like he done made it, but actuality he not. And he really just don't know how bad it is to be on other promotional companies. And with other promotional companies, you can't badmouth the promoter. A lot of them dudes make you sign a confidentiality agreement. That's why you see a lot of people don't go off on certain promoters. They don't say nothing about certain promoters. You be like, man, I know he unhappy. I know he mad they ain't promoting his fights the right way. Why he ain't, calling him out because legally he not obligated to call. He can't. He obligated to shut up legally, okay? And with Mayweather Promotions, he need to look into signing that, man. But Tank trying to act like he humbled down, and as soon as he get to fighting and he win a fight, he beat Mares or beat Teven Farmer and come out on tape, he gonna be back top. He gonna be back in big hitter mode. You know what I'm saying? The fame and a little bit of money, it ain't even fortunate this dude got. The little bit of fame has hit him on top of the dome, and he done went fame crazy. He done got chilling with Trina, rubbing shoulders with Drake. He really think he big dog status, man. And it can be premature, if stuff is given to you. Like, this shit was given to him. Without Mayweather, he wouldn't be in this position, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's facts. But, let's talk about the Mares fight being in January. I believe that it's going to be on the Broner Pacquiao card to give Tank more exposure. I think it's time for Tank to stop being used as, used as a co-feature and help push the undercard. You know what I'm saying? This time, him and Mares should have got their own fight in LA, but obviously we know nobody really seen Wilder and Fury coming to steal LA date. And maybe they feel like, neither one of them is big enough to pull in LA yet, as well. And, I'm not saying that Tank, is definitely a A-lister boxer, could pull his own card, but I think it's worth a try for Tank. You know what I'm saying? I know Tank got a long future ahead of him. It's guys like the Charlos that have been waiting their turn. It's guys, like other fighters that's been waiting their turn to headline the event. And Tank ain't fighting the most premium opponents neither, but at the end of the day, he's one of the most talented and got a lot of potential young guys. And I think it's time for him to stop, having them leech on other people's cars to sell it. But I can't argue with him neither on that, because guess what? Tank is still 22, 23 years old, so he got a long way to go. He don't have to be on the murderer's row of fighters he need to fight. And they treating him like a 22, 23-year-old. They treating him like they treated Canelo. People say, will Canelo be, trialed and fought Mayweather by this point and stuff of that nature? All them fights was safe for Canelo. Those fights wasn't versus none of the hungry, young, tenacious, ferocious type of fighters then. They wasn't versus the other young, hungry lions like the Charlos and Andrade. Those were safe fights. Even though he lost to Mayweather, that was a safe fight. He didn't suffer no physical abuse, a little bit of mental abuse, but he bounced back from that. Those wasn't physical career changing fights. All right. Those wasn't. They were safe fights. All right. But, Mares, he gonna fuck Mares up. I know that for a fact. He too strong, too powerful, Mares, too quick. Mares don't do nothing better than him. Mares just got more experience. And Mares moving up in weight. So he 2 weight classes out of his truth anyway. All right. Then he, also in the short stream, I'm gonna link in the description, spoke on Teven Farmer, said he would like to fight Farmer at the Farmer next fight. Farmer next fight is next week, October 20th, I believe. And I think Gervonta Tank Davis and Teven Farmer could be a headliner. Obviously, Teven is linked with the Zone. It will have to be a one fight deal for Gervonta Tank Davis, co-promoted by Mayweather Promotions, to get on the Zone. Eddie Hearn has also tried to get Tank Davis signed to the Zone by co-promotion with Mayweather Promotions. But I think Teven Farmer kind of obliterated the chances, or hurt the chances of that happening, by going to the Zone. Okay, because anybody Al Heyman is not messing with the Zone. If they fighter don't have to be forced by purse bid, and even if they were forced by purse bid, a lot of them fighters probably would drop their belt. You know what I'm saying? Rather than go over to the Zone. We've seen it before with Peter Quillen and Al Heyman and a few other fighters do that. So I think that fight ain't gonna happen. Unless Mayweather and Eddie get together and it works. But at one point, Mayweather and Eddie Hearn were about to do United States versus UK fighter series in the UK. I don't know what happened to that. I guess the Zone thing and stepping on Al Heyman's toes in America kind of really ended that. But they had some type of positive relationship. I think that might have gone down the drain. But like I said in the video, also to end off, that Gervonta Tank Davis said, I think while he was on the stream, he got a text from Leonard Ellerby saying was he okay. And he'll be humble for a minute. You see him, he'll humble down in a minute, make up with Mayweather, and then again he'll switch like a switch, and he'll flip like a switch, and be mad at Mayweather and Leonard Ellerby And it's Adrian Broner mixing his mind up. Could be that, but Tank's his own man. And you can't bite the hand that feeds you. And that's never a positive thing to do. But like I said, I'll link this stream into the description. Shout out to the LDBC, Lions Den Box community. Shout out to my brother TV Sports TV, the Cali Enigma Boxing and Sports Network. Check them out, as well as my boy Colossal Sports TV as well. And y'all go subscribe to my brother KC Boxing. Real OG with real knowledge. But don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. If you want to make a donation as well, the PayPal link is there to help continue to grow the page and us do some more things technical-wise and, grow the brand some more. I definitely respect everybody who's supporting our page, brothers and sisters, and continue to look out for us and share our information, our videos on social media. Y'all know what it is. We gone.